Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we are here in St. Croix and we are going to be checking out the Britten Norman Islander. Here it is. So this aircraft was made for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. That is the version I bought. One day while browsing on the marketplace, I seen this aircraft for sale. I think I picked it up for like $5 actually, and I decided to purchase it. Shortly after that, of course, they released the 2024 version. Yeah, and I'm still using the 2020 version, so we're gonna go ahead and see how we fly this plane. So as you can see, it has this ladder built in, it has chocks, covers. So again, this is for Flight Sim 2020, and they had all this added and modeled before we have the walk around feature in Flight Sim 2024 where you could actually click on these. So that was pretty cool for something they had out back then, and they already had all these features. So this is what the aircraft looks like while we walk around the aircraft. Alright, so let's jump in and take a look at how to fly this bad boy. Just go up here. Alright, so here we are inside the aircraft. We're gonna go ahead and get her ready for departure. So this is again the Britten Norman Islander BN2. It's from BlackBox Simulations. Again, I picked this up in the marketplace for about $5, and it's a plane that was built for 2020. They just released the 2024 version, so if you're interested, you could go pick that up. But this is the version for 2020 that I purchased right before that other version got released. All right. So one cool thing about this aircraft is, if we come down here, they have these switches for the door in the 2020 version. So I could go ahead and close all these doors that we have open by using these switches here, which is pretty cool. So there goes my door being closed. We have that back door over there. Let's go. That closed the left back door. All right. Then we have the right door. There we go. And of course, we have the cargo door in the back. Now the plane's fully closed up. We go ahead and crack our window so we can hear a little bit of noise from the outside. All right. As you may have already observed, my co-pilot is sitting over here in the back for some reason. I don't know why that is. One of the little quirks of this aircraft, but that's what we got. All right. Next thing you could see over here is this little clipboard, and that's how we turn off the chalk, so we could remove the chalks, all the different covers on the aircraft. So let's just go back outside so we can see. So as you can see, you see the chalks there, you see the covers and the engines and all the different pitot covers. So we turn that off by clicking on these. You go ahead and turn these off by clicking these check boxes. As you can see, I just did here. Very nice. And now if we go back outside, all the chalks are removed, the ladder is removed, and all the covers are removed. So that's how you would go ahead and remove those. It's pretty cool for, like I said, for an aircraft that was created for Flight Sim 2020. They had all these features already, so that's pretty nice. All right, now let's get this bad boy ready for startup. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is make sure the park and brake is set. Let me get my control cam up. There we go. All right, so we're gonna make sure the park and brake is set. It is set here. Turn it off, turn it on. All right, so park and brake is set. Keep moving along. Let's get the beacon lights turned on. I'll do this from my HoneyComb Alpha over here. All right, that's turned on, looking good. Let's get the fuel selectors all set up here. Come on, there we go. All right, fuel tanks are set up on both sides, port and starboard. Both are set up. All right, that's good. Next thing we're gonna do is turn on the fuel pumps. So forward fuel pump, or is it port fuel pump and starboard fuel pump? All right, both of the fuel pumps are turned on. That's good. Fuel valves on open. Okay, next thing we're gonna do here is get the mixture full rich and the prop full forward. All right, that's good. And we're gonna get the magnetos turned on. So the magnetos you turn on here, the mags, but I have them mapped to my HoneyComb switch from another aircraft. So if I don't use this, it's gonna conflict. So I'm just gonna do this to turn them on. So that's this, and then we go both. All right, so all my mags are turned on. Next thing we're gonna do is remove the cover of the starter. All right, now that all looks good. Everything looks good. All right, let's get the external power. So you have to turn on the external power, which is this switch down here. Otherwise, the aircraft won't turn on. And get the batteries turned on in the meanwhile. Is that the batteries? The generator. There's the batteries. All right, so let's get the external power turned on. That's all looking good. The battery should have been on from before. All right, that all looks good. All right, now we're ready to start up the aircraft. So we're gonna do the right engine first. Let me turn my head tracking on so I can look out the right window. And first what I'm gonna do is gonna move the starter switch to the right side, starboard side. And there she goes. Looking good. Monitor our oil pressures. Looking good. Very nice. All right. So that all looks good. Beautiful, beautiful. Get my yoke back in. All right. Now let's go start up the left side. Make sure the prop is clear. Move the switch to the left. There goes the left side. Start it up. Oil pressure is coming up. Very nice. Very nicely done. All right. Let's close that window so it's a little quieter in here. All right. Aircraft started up. Let's turn the generators on. Again, I'm using the switch on my HoneyComb Alpha. And then let's get our avionics turned on. Looking good, looking good. All right, that all looks good. Avionics is on. Looking good. Let's get the transponder turned on here. So we're not going to use it. Where is it? There we go. It's on. That's fine. Squawking 7,000. That's all looking good. Our avionics turning on. All right. Looking good, looking good. So let's do a quick flight control check. Looks good. Rudder pedals all work. All right, looking good. Let's get this. All right, let's get our nav and strobe lights on. I think it only has one of those. And let's get our landing lights on as well. I don't believe this aircraft has any taxi lights. All right, now all looks good. Let's get this cover closed off. And let's go flying. So again, like I said, we are here in St. Croix. I believe this is an add-on airport. I'll leave the link to it in the description if I do have it, if it's an add-on, but I believe it is an add-on that I downloaded from flightsim.to. But all looking good. Alright. Alright, time to go flying. Let's go. Let's release the parking brake. Get our taxi going. Let's go flying. Increase the throttle, start moving. Very nice. Brake check. Looking good. Down to runway 10. Go flying. All right. Looking good. Fuel pumps are on. Let's get one notch of flaps in. Takeoff flaps. That looks good. We don't need them, but it's always nice. All right, gonna take off into the wind. See the windsock there. All right, looking good. I am using my Tobii eye tracker for this flight. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Leave a like on the video if you learned something, or if you're just liking the vibes. Please remember to like and subscribe on the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to check out next. But yeah, we're about to take off in this beautiful plane. Beautiful day to go flying here in the U.S. Virgin Island of St. Croix. So we're just going to do a quick circuit around the airport just to show how this baby flies. It's a nice little aircraft, very popular aircraft in the Caribbean. You'll see it flying all over, especially in the old days. I'm not sure how much carriers still use it, but it's a pretty nice aircraft. Very nimble, very fun to fly. So, gonna get it checked out today. Alright, we got our flaps in. Takeoff position. Trim is... make sure the trim looks good. Oh. Trim's working, that's good. Looks okay. Alright. Let's go flying. Nice little taxi going. Again, we are on the island of St. Croix. I believe this is a freeware add-on airport that I downloaded from flightsim.to. This person who makes a lot of Caribbean airports for free, which is really nice, so that's pretty cool. Prop full forward. Make sure nobody's on final there. We have some traffic turned on. Alright, let's get lined up and go flying. Alright, we'll take that line up. Alright, clear for takeoff. Everything looks good. Fuel pumps are on. Mixture full forward, prop full forward. Alright, let's go flying. Britten Norman Islander BN2. Let's take off, baby. Try to maintain center line here as best we can. Looking for about 55 knots on rotation. So there's 60. We didn't even need that much runway. Let's go ahead and rotate. Just like that, we're in the air. Just go ahead and bring our flaps up. Flaps coming up. Look at this beautiful, beautiful scenery. So amazing. Caribbean flying, nothing like it. Alright, let's bring the throttle back a little bit so we don't burn the engines out. about 95 knots on the climb. It's pretty good. Looking pretty good. Look at that ocean over to the right. Alright, let's trim her out here. Oh, trim sometimes is very aggressive on these planes. It's a little better, okay. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick lap around the airport. Just wanted to show how to start up this plane in this video. And admire this beautiful scenery. Oh my god, so nice. Keep the RPM in the green there, that looks good. She's flying beautifully.
Please like this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Now back to the video.
Alright, let's go ahead and make our left turn here. Do a left traffic pattern around the airport. Come back in for a landing shortly. And we'll definitely be doing some more flights in this aircraft on the channel. For sure. This is just a nice little intro flight on how to start her up. Hopefully we could pull off a good landing, so we'll see. Alright, let's go ahead. What's going on? The trim in this aircraft is so sensitive, you know? It's like one little touch and you're like going crazy. Such a nice, fun little aircraft to fly. Again, as somebody growing up in the Caribbean, we see these planes when we land at other airports. So it's cool to see these and fly them in the sim. Alright, let's go ahead and make a downwind leg turn. So we'll fly back parallel to the airport. Staying about 1,500 feet. Just doing a nice little circuit of the airport there. Alright. Let's get the trim better situated. It's good right there. Probably gonna fly really close to that mountain over there to our right. So turn a little bit to the left here. Flying over the island of St. Croix. little higher than this, but of course we're doing some hand flying today. No autopilot is being used. Just hand flying. The trim's a little finicky, but otherwise she handles beautifully. There's the airport off to our left. Oh, let's go over there and check out those cruise ships before we go to land, actually. See what cruise ships in port today before we go and land. Looking good, looking good. Beautiful flight in the Britten Norman Islander. BN2. Again, this is an aircraft that was made for Flight Sim 2020. They just released the 2024 version, which I did not purchase because I literally just purchased this right before they released the new one. I had it on, they had it on sale in the marketplace on Flight Sim, so I just decided to buy it. And it comes with all these different liveries, which is really cool. And it works really well too. One issue I did have is like where it locates you in the plane. It kind of puts you off to the right in the co-pilot seat. So you kind of have to adjust your camera settings and stuff to be more aligned with the captain seat. But other than that, it's pretty good. Works really well. All right, let's go ahead and make our left turn now as we fly over the cruise ship area. Off to our left there, and let's go back and land. That's what the bay here in St. Croix looks like, where the cruise ship gets docked. All right, let's jump back in the cockpit. There's the airport off to our left. Start reducing our speed and descend. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's make our left turn here. Turn on to final as we reduce speed. Got the throttle almost idle. So we could just reduce speed quicker as we descend. There is the runway. As we turn on to final here. Alright, all the relevant lights are on. Let's go prop full forward. Let's bring her in for landing. Continue to reduce speed. Just go ahead and get one notch of flaps in. Down. About 80 knots on the approach. Just about. descended a little too quickly for my liking. So put the power back in. It's a lot better. Yeah, we're way too low already. Terrible approach by me as I was flying around, but we'll make it work. Alright, 3 whites, 1 red. Now we're too high. Let's bring the throttle back again. Okay. Not good profile here, but we'll recover it. Let's go throttle to idle. So you overspeed the flaps. Drive her down nicely. Throttle is set to idle right now, just to bring the speed back to about 80. And we'll bring it back in so we don't fall out of the sky. That's all right. All right, 1 red. We lost it. 1 red. A little windy here. Very high, but let's go ahead and reduce. All right, 2 white, 2 red. That's a lot better. Set throttle to idle right there. Too high. Come on, set her down. All right, we're back on the ground safely. Not the greatest landing, but we'll take it. Not the greatest landing, but we will take it. Let's roll off nicely. And let's get the next exit back to the parking area. So a little bit of a distance, so we'll keep the speed so we can get off the runway. Forgetting my click off, my controls don't necessarily react. Just looking at the little airport map there to my right. Alright, turn off should be coming up quickly here in a second. Let's get some brakes. And let's turn off. Alright, just like that, we're off the runway. Nope. Let's go back to park. Gonna start killing the right engine. It's gonna come to a shutdown. That stopped. We only got the left. Taxi on. It's more than enough. It's probably not proper procedure, of course, but I wanted to do it that way. I'll do it. That's fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and park right here. Parking brake is set. Let's bring the RPM back on the prop and move the fuel. And that's it. She shut down. Let's get the mags turned off. Alright, beacon light come off. Landing lights off. Nav and strobe off as well. And there we have it. That was our quick flight. Let's get our chalk set. Let's get the steps back out. I can click on it. And let's get our doors open. Alright. And there we have it. That was our quick flight in the Britten Norman Islander BN2. Again, this is an aircraft from Flight Sim 2020. Was just doing a quick flight to see how we fly it, how we start it up, how we land. And that was it. We're here in the island of St. Croix. I believe this is an add-on airport, freeware add-on airport that I downloaded from flightsim.to. I'll include it in the description if it was. There's another aircraft that just showed up. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more, and please subscribe. Leave a like on the video, and leave a comment. See you guys next time. Peace.
Concludes our flight. And please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It's free, and we would love to have you on board.